Look at this lineup of busted up RC cars. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got Zippy, 1, 2, 3. Like, I don't even know which type these are. And then I think these are Traxxas Slashes. That's like 4x4 rock crawler one, and then we've got a broken X-Max that needs a wheel on it. So we got some work to do, guys. Welcome back to the Carlo Crusher channel. We're gonna do another RC car video. Just having fun time with these right now, and we've got our RC car shop all set up. So we got a few trucks here still working and ready to go. I wanna do one more experiment. Recently, we put bolts on the wheels to see how it would drive, like Bolt Baja sand wheels, and it turned out really cool.
Oh my gosh, it's actually going, dude. That's going so well. Look at that.
Got all these paddle tires in here. These are the wheels that we're looking for. So I got these rims where we took the rubber off. Normally they've got the cushion and the rubber paddles and everything on there, but we already took the rubber and the tires off of these. We just have the plastic rims, and I drilled some holes, some 3/8 holes in here, and we put these bolts running all the way through it, and it worked out awesome, except for the bolts were just way too long. So you see, the idea was awesome and the bolts were really cool. It floated on the sand and it worked really well, except for they were like 2 inches too long. And so the bolts were like smacking into the body of the RC truck. I don't want to cut these, and so what I want to do is track down some better sized bolts, and then we're going to put twice as many or 3 times as many on every wheel. So these are just going to be spokes coming out all over the place like spike wheels. So let's take one of our bolts for good measure and let's run to the hardware store, see if we can track down a whole bunch more of these. We're going to double them up and make an awesome Bolt Baja RC car that's new and improved 2.0. Look at that, $73 basically for 2 boxes of bolts. That's how much these cost. Holy smokes. But look, here's the size difference between this and the ones that we used in the last video. And now you can see we're gonna have a big advantage, tons of traction without any of the drag or the problems. And we've got 25 here, 25 there. We got 50 bolts all together. Hopefully I have enough of the nuts to lock them all on there. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna run these through like this. Replace it, put the wheel on there, and then through the hole goes the carriage bolt like this. Let's see if I can get it. Just like that. So definitely much shorter than the last time, but man, that is going to be wicked. I think I'm gonna double it up since we've got 50 of them. So I need to drill more holes around here, and we'll put all these bolts and the nuts on, but this is gonna be diabolical. It's gonna be awesome. The last RC car video that we did, we tried to put caster wheels on the outside of the tires, and the weight was a real problem. So hopefully having all these bolts around the wheels isn't a problem for the powerful X-Max. So I'm gonna try and put some bigger batteries in it, and hopefully that helps the wheels turn fast enough to get the effect that we want. Like the Traxxas E-Revo did not have the power or the guts in the motor in order to turn the wheels fast enough to do the last video that we did, putting small wheels on top of the other wheels. So we had to pull them all off and actually move over to an X-Max, and then it had the power to do it. So hopefully it's gonna be really easy on the sand today. Oh my gosh, what have I done? Look at all these bolts on all these RC car wheels. This is gonna be so cool. They turned out really good. I'm excited about this. I think this is a much better design. Honestly, I came up a little bit short, so some of the bolts I went ahead and left the holes empty. but the ones that have less bolts in them, I'm gonna put those on the front wheels, and then the ones that have all of the traction, we're gonna put on the rear. So now all we gotta do is mount the wheels back on the truck, put the batteries in and the shell on, and then put it through the test. I'm even gonna be smart this time, and I'm gonna take a backup truck and the wrench and everything so that if the truck breaks, we can swap the wheels out and keep going, because I wanna try these all terrain in the sand, go into the water, and then we're gonna try and do some rock crawling with it. I might even take it over and see if I can climb up some stairs with it, because I think this might be able to go up a short flight of stairs. Not to mention, we're starting to pile up. We got 6 busted down RC cars, so after we're done testing this out, we might have to take all of these into the shop and get them fixed anyways. Here's a really important question for you guys. Once I take the bolts out of this, we're gonna have a bunch of empty holes and perfectly designed wheels right here ready to go to swap out and put on an RC truck. So what should I do next? So if I end up using your custom RC car design on these wheels or on the truck, something that you think is a really great idea, if I use it, I will totally give you a shout out. I don't even care if you have multiple ideas. You could have 10 or 20 ideas. Just flood the comments section with as many ideas as you have for the RC car and what I could do to customize these wheels. Let me know down in the comments below, and if I pick it, I'll give you a shout out. Okay, it works. Look how ridiculous this thing is. The back of my truck is a mess right now. Don't pay attention to that. But we got our RC truck in here. It's got a giant hole melted in the side of it from when we tried to put a rocket booster on there. I seat belted it in so it wouldn't fall forward and gouge the back of my chair. But look at what I had to come up with here. And this is where we're gonna be driving the car today. I think we'll go down there in the trees to drive our RC car truck with bolt wheels. But trying to film by myself today, I came up with this little rig where I actually have a clamp and I forgot it at home, so I had to duct tape together this rig. Luckily I had some duct tape I brought with me, so I put a swivel mount on top of the RC car controller with a phone clip on there. So while I'm driving the car, hopefully if I can point this at the truck, I'll be able to film it and drive at the same time hands-free. So this is what I came up with. Maybe somebody with a 3D printer needs to design like a clip or attachment that you can put a phone in right there so you can film, or a GoPro mount, but that would be really cool. This looks like the perfect environment. We got a bunch of little sand dunes and whoops, we got some weeds, and then down there by the beach, there's even some rocks and trees. And we are all set now to fire up the Traxxas X-Maxx with our new and improved 2.0 bolt wheels, Baja bolt wheels. Check these out. They look so cool. So I put the ones with more bolts on the back and the ones with a little bit less on the front because they came up just a little bit short, believe it or not. There's a lot in here, but today this place is hopping with UTVs, ATVs, and motorcycles, people out boating and recreating. It's absolutely perfect. Let's fire it up. Let's see if I can even reach the button. Oh yeah, there it is. It's on now, it's ready to go. We're all fired up. Steering's working and we have power. There's no turning back now. We're gonna test out our new bolt wheels as well as our new camera rig taped on top of the controller. Wish me luck, guys. There's only one way to find out. 3, 2, 1. Oh my gosh, it works really good actually. It's driving really well. Okay, let's see if it turns good. I didn't really try to turn too much. We're still rubbing into the side. Notice, so when we turn the wheels, we are making contact there. We're just like a little bit too long still on the bolt length over here, but it sounds like it's just gonna make some noise and probably not gonna cause any problems. So let's let her rip. I'm starting to get a beeping noise coming from the truck. The controller's acting like it's not wanting to connect very well. So let's drive it around and see what we can get. Maybe the batteries are gonna die. It's losing connection every so often. I wonder if it's too much weight for the truck. It seems to just be a connectivity issue, but hopefully we can make it work. This thing really rips though, look at it go. See, every time I run the trigger on this thing, it goes for a little ways and then suddenly it cuts off. So I don't know if somehow I'm losing a connection between the controller and the truck, but I'm running into a little bit of a technical difficulty today on this rig. So hopefully we can get it working. I really just want to get it to rip really good, go over and see if I can rock crawl over through these trees, and let's test it out. See, there it goes, it lost connection. It gets about this far away from me, disconnects. So if I don't run and keep up, I must have a short signal going on. It drives so good in the sand though. Look at this thing go. Way better than regular knobby tires. This thing with the bolt wheels is tearing it up on the sand. I cannot believe how good this is actually working. Now I'm getting no connection on the controller at all. Turn it off, on. Come on. No, let me try and restart the truck. Let's restart this. We got a little left. Let's see if we can get over to the rocks. Yeah. Right now it's acting like it struggles with the power. It does not want to rock crawl. It is struggling to rock crawl, and now I'm losing connection again. Try to restart again. Okay, if it's working, I'm just gonna try and drive it right over these boulders right here. There's some right to the right. I'm gonna try and crawl right over them. Here we go. Here we go. I think that's our answer. Look at that. The bolts just totally did the splits on the rocks right there. Maybe if we had like an aluminum rim with the bolts coming out, that would work way better, but we just have a plastic one, and so as soon as it hits the pressure, it folds. Well, we're gonna have to revisit this one yet again with fresh batteries, and maybe we'll bring the paddle tires on another truck down here and we'll compare the two side by side. I declare a race between the Bolt wheels and standard X-Maxx paddle tires and see which one is actually faster in the sand head to head. If we didn't have power issues, I think this thing would have absolutely ripped through the sand today. Right at the beginning, it was taking off, doing so well. And then I think the controller batteries or one or the other is dying, and I just don't have backup on me today. So we're gonna have to revisit this again with some charged batteries, go head to head with another X-Maxx and see which one is actually the fastest. Let me know down in the comments below which one you think is gonna win.